Travis, I'll start with a question for you. That the end of the film there, that's actually you that we see doing some animation. And what all three of the Leica features have had kind of a tag that have kind of revealed the process a little bit. And what is it that you like about having the films end with that way?
You know, stop motion, you know, it's something that's been around for a long time. It was one of the first visual effects ever invented. It's over 100 years old. And, you know, despite that, I think one of the things that's exciting for me as someone who loves stop motion is that it feels like we're just scratching the surface of what you can do in this medium. But it's still pretty rare. And so with each of the films that we've done, we've always wanted to put just a little bit of a nod at the end to showcase how this thing was done. And this felt like a fun way that was fitting with the tone of the film, and also could, you know, highlight that it's a really unusual process. It's brought to life by people's hands.
Mm. And Graham, what does it mean for you to kind of reveal a little bit of the process? Do you think it helps viewers kind of understand like what they just saw?
Yeah, it's a little bit unexpected now that we've done a few screenings, and I love the fact that I feel like, you know, as you should, you get lost in the story, you get lost in the movie, and you totally and completely forget about the process and the people involved that actually make it. And so to get that little button at the end is a fun way to sort of bring it back and have that realization of like, wow, there were fingertips involved at every step of the way of this thing. And I think it's really fun for the audience to get that.
I know, Anthony, I think one of the things that's interesting about having those tags at the end is the fact that it reminds us what it is that we're watching, but then also it brings up a question of like, why work in this way? Like what for you is maybe the reason why you like working in stop motion?
I think when you look at the image, there's something about the quality of the image, the tangible quality of the image, the fact that these are real objects with real fabric, that they really exist, and there's light on them. And I think that people know that even if they don't know the process of how it's actually doing, when they look at it, I think deep in everybody's DNA or in their memory, there is this childhood memory of playing with a doll or on a model train set or with trucks or cars or of manipulating something yourself. And so when you see these objects in these little sets, somehow you remember that. It comes back to, in a way, it's tangible in a way that watching a CG film or a 2D drawn film isn't. People don't have any, visceral connection to those mediums and stuff. But I think this, and the idea when you pull back and you see that really exists, that set's really built, that's something that's inherent in the look of stop motion.